Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Anise Khalif with Acupuncture Fit.
And I'm Dr. Cornelia Franz with the Franz Center. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our live, and thanks for attending. If you like what you're hearing, please hit the like button or the heart button and put comments, in the comment section for us as well. We're happy to answer questions when we see them. So what we're going to talk about today is it's really all simple, because our whole goal is always to simplify your life. So we're going to go with this phrase. It's an old phrase. I heard it from a Qigong master, and it's energy flows where attention goes. So we want to talk today about movement and sleep and your heart and prevention. So Dr. Khalif is going to start about movement with some great information.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I absolutely love that saying, Dr. Franz. It's something that I try to live by, and then I've got these external factors that come in, and it kind of freezes me, right? We are now post-pandemic, and if you think about our lives pre-pandemic, how much easier it was, to get ourselves in a good mental state, to get good sleep, to move, to nourish our bodies. It was a lot easier then than it is now, and that's why we're on here now, giving you some wonderful tips on, building your immune system. And two ways that you help strengthen and improve and prevent is through movement or exercise and sleep. So let's dive in right now, talking about movement. So what is movement? I tell my patients all the time, and especially patients that are frustrated right now, that are just sitting on the couch, binging and watching TV out of frustration, that really want to get out of the rut, that movement is life.
Hang on
Yes,
here.
Dr. Franz.
There are some binge-worthy things on Netflix, okay?
I will admit that, absolutely. Right, moderation, right? Even moderation.
Yeah.
So it's important to binge watch on Netflix and enjoy some quality time with your family. And it's also just as important to, balance that out with getting up and moving, right? Getting blood flow, because that's something that's being impeded when you're on the couch for a long time, right? And to help improve your immune system, that movement aspect in your day, I recommend daily, at least 4 to 5 days a week is movement. And movement is life. Getting your whole body moving, right? Not just turning the channel on the remote. Go ahead, Dr. Franz.
That's okay. I mean, I like to just interject when you're flowing here. In biblical times, or just even ancient times before we had any chariots or anything, people walked. Okay, they walked everywhere. And even before we had cars, people still walked and did bicycles. My glasses are crooked, sorry. So we were born to move. Movement is life. And from the chiropractor points of view, when you're not moving and you're not massaging the joints and you're not oiling your whole body, then we begin to what? Freeze up. And we have more problems now from sedentary jobs and lack of movement. So yeah, this is great, because it all dovetails and it's perfect.
It really does. Sitting is the new smoking, they say. And moving pumps, and I'll say that again, sitting is the new smoking. Movement pumps oxygen-rich blood through moving your upper and lower extremities, your muscles and your joints. It brings new blood flow to the body. Vital blood flow is key in traditional Chinese medicine theory for helping to increase your immune system. So without that movement, the vital nutrients aren't going to get, sent throughout your body. And that also includes stretching. So I highly recommend getting creative and fun with it, right? The home gym is always open for business. All the other gyms are closed, but guess what? The home gym is open. You can even join online fitness groups and classes. I know Dr. Franz has a system and a program through body typing that addresses movement as well, don't you, Dr. Franz?
Well, yeah, it's not mine. I refer people to it. It's ohoseminars.com. And when you get body type, according to Chinese medicine and relating to one of the 5 elements, earth, metal, fire, water, wood, there also is a section of his website and information called Harmonizing Your Training, where you learn your specific body type exercise. And it's a coordinated breathing exercise for each specific body type, which works extremely well. And what's nice is the body type exercise can be done anywhere. I have done mine in the airport in the handicap stall at 5 in the morning when I was stressed trying to catch an early flight. And I would calm down and it would help reset me. So there is so much great information. Even learning Tai Chi can be helpful. So many studies show that Tai Chi, as a slow, focused movement, can increase flexibility. It increases stability. I saw something the other day that with multiple sclerosis patients, it increases their balance. It increases everybody's, but this was a particular study with MS that was very powerful. So the movement is great. And I've been seeing lots of neighbors, you know, and people playing with their kids and stuff. So there's really benefits coming out of this pandemic.
Huge benefits, huge benefits. And we're getting squeezed right now. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later with things that are coming out. You know, keep it simple. Like Dr. Fran said, I'm not a huge fan of just Googling random home exercises. I've had patients become injured because they're doing the technique wrong. I like the OHO seminars technique is because they keep it simple and it allows you just a simple technique to be able to just take in action on it, but to do it as correctly as possible, because the instructions are very, very clear. You know, link up with workout accountability partner virtually if you want, one-on-one, right? Once you learn these exercises, have them do it, you do it if you're of the same body type, and do the workouts virtually together. You know, even though we're socially distant, it doesn't mean we have to continue to be apart. So move it or lose it.
Right, right. So then one of the benefits of regular exercise and all of these different things is it will help clear your mind so you can sleep. Talk to us more about sleep, Dr. Khalif.
Sleep is so key. Just as I said, movement is life. Well, so is sleep. And it's kind of the other end of the spectrum, because sleep allows our body to heal, right? And, you know, I highly recommend patients turn off your TV, turn off your phone. I would make a rule not to look at any screen 60 minutes before bed, right? You know, if you need something to calm down, take your tea that's prescribed to you by OHO seminars, or, you know, an acupuncture physician such as myself virtually. You know, read, journal, connect with your family to wind down at the end of the day. Those are some great keys, you know, to sleep, right? Cool, dark, quiet, still room.
Yeah, like a cave.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and get a
So
lot of
Dr.
that.
Franz,
Yes.
I have a question. What is the recommended amount of hours to sleep from a professional pediatric opinion for kids? And what is, you know, the recommended hours to sleep for adults?
Well, for kids, it can vary per kid. It's usually 9 to 12 hours, right? With like 10 being the average. There are some kids, though, that need less sleep than their parents. They're few and far between, but they do exist. And then for an adult, it's, I think, 7 to 8.
Okay, that's good to know, because too much sleep isn't good and too little sleep isn't good. So that
Right.
sweet spot that Dr. Franz was talking about is really going to be key for the right amount of sleep for your body to recover and start the day again.
So that is still, there's so much, because, I mean, I'm just giving you generalities. I mean, there are some exercises you can do and the breathing that that if you do those things, you don't need 8 hours. All right, that those different exercises can get you just as energized as if you had 8 hours on, say, 4 or 5. All right, but you want to be doing those things first. You don't cut your sleep short and then do it. You know, you do things in the proper order. And I suggest too, people get their computers out of their room, you know, turn the iPads off, turn your phone, because all that IE or LED light can affect your sleep patterns. The other thing too is your bedroom should be just for bedroom functions. Okay? That people who eat in there, who read in there, who watch TV, who do like all their functions in the bedroom don't sleep as well, because the bed is no longer just for sleep and the other function. Okay.
So good. No, that's so good. So to kind of just tie that up, it's dark, cool, quiet, reducing any stimuli, reducing any light.
Yeah.
That's fantastic advice.
Now, we do know
That's
that
really
the things you've said are true and correct, but I have a question is, okay, one of the symptoms of coronavirus that I've heard and even seen on TV is the extreme fatigue. And that fatigue can last for 2 to 3 weeks. That even after um, a short excursion, going to the mailbox, or walking the dogs for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, people are exhausted. So these people may really be motivated to move, but they just can't. So what can they do to help heal?
first of all, go get tested.
Well, they were tested in my scenario.
Okay. So if they were tested and the test came back negative and they're still experiencing extreme fatigue that is beyond exercise, that is beyond, sleep, please pick up the phone and email or, go to our social media pages, our websites, and book a virtual consultation with Dr. Franz right away. Book a
Well,
virtual consultation with me right away. Yeah, absolutely.
virtual
Absolutely.
consults can be amazing because yes, and we are really encouraging that. Stay connected, all right? And you don't have to go anywhere. We do virtual visits all the time. We love them. Dr. Koloff is doing them. He can give you, well, you tell them. It's your job.
Yeah, it is, right? Because there's a lot of clarity on that that needs to be heard and be explained is that, well, doc, how can you, perform acupuncture virtually? Well, acupuncture is just a small portion of a bigger picture of what we do, right? So, there are some wonderful acupressure techniques that are using the same areas that I would do with an acupuncture instrument. Of course, it's more powerful with an instrument, but it's not to say that the acupressure still can't give you relief, still can't alleviate your pain, acupressure is very, very powerful because it's improving circulation in the body. So there's acupressure, there's food therapy advice, right? Stress eating is on the rise right now. So getting in check on, what is the correct food that you should be eating, right? Through knowing your body type with the OHO seminars, right? Through traditional Chinese medicine techniques. There's just a multitude of ways that we can help support you virtually, right? I'm more than happy to ask a question and answer a question that was asked via comment or, a quick email. But if we have to dive into something that is deeper, like Dr. Franz was saying, with some extreme fatigue, a virtual consultation is going to be key and valuable and very, very, very well worth it.
We have immunity, which you can take. So for people, well, really, once you're recovering, the immunity once a month, the first 3 days of every month, twice a day, helps prevent problems and can help bolster the immune system. So there are so many things. What I really like about what you're saying is it continues to show me how simple things can be, and that even virtually with acupressure and the herbs, we're doing what is our mission statement to empower the lives of those we touch through education of mind, body, and spirit. Because when you have the tools to take care of yourself, then wow, okay? And we are truly here to just guide and assist. Now, one of the other things out there that we deal with daily is just the amount of fear. And the fear, you talk about being squeezed. I know that the times when I kind of allow it in, my heart feels squeezed. So what can we do about the heart?
Well, it's funny you say that because it's very interesting that you say that actually. The heart, and in Chinese medicine, the heart controls the mind, right? So we look to that channel to help also calm people down, as well as the heart is a pump in the body that helps bring blood flow to help people move, right? So right now, the pressure is on, right? It's game time, right? All hands are in, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Okay. And this comes from a wonderful mentor of mine, Dr. Pete Camiolo, right? He really instilled in me that what comes out of you when you get squeezed is a circumstance or a function of what's in your heart, what you filled your heart with, right? And I know you're feeling the squeeze right now. You've got business pressure, family pressure, goals pressure, economic pressure, medical ignorance pressure, strategy, unknown pressure. Anyway, so really what you need to ask yourself is, what are you exposing your heart to within these past weeks during this distraction disruption, I like to call it, right?
Good.
After all this craziness, right? Do you admire the person you're being? Do you have more clarity about who you need to become right now? The key is to stabilize your heart. So I cherish the wisdom in Proverbs 23, verse 7. And that goes, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I'll repeat that. That's Proverbs 23, 7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And there's a great book that insightfully expands on this truth by a gentleman named James Allen. And that book, I highly recommend or suggest you read it, or read it again if you've already read it, As a Man Thinketh. And that's the title.
Hmm.
So I wanted to share, if it's okay, Dr. Franz, a couple of timely and remarkable quotes from Allen.
Sure, that would be terrific.
Great. And this comes directly from his book that was given to me by my mentor, Dr. Peter Camiolo. So a man sooner or later discovers that he is the master gardener of his soul, the director of his life. Circumstances do not make the man, they reveal him. A person is limited only by the thought he chooses. The outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to his inner state. Men do not attract that which they want, but that which they are. And the last one I absolutely love. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. Stay unto your heart. Peace. Be still. As your heart goes, you go.
Wow, that is really great.
It's
Yeah.
all about stabilizing your heart, because then your head, your hands, and your feet, everything else follows, right? You want to ask yourself, how are you thinking? What are you pondering? Is your heart feeling unstable? Is it shaken, right? Let's be honest. We're all encountering this crisis. So just remember, as your heart goes, you go.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, when your circumstances squeeze you, you find out who you really are. And some of it's pretty disappointing, actually.
It is.
You know?
It is. And part of my discipline pre-pandemic is doing a little exercise to really influence the condition of my heart, because that's something I have control over, right? And
Yeah.
what I love to do in this simple strategy is to do this twice a day. I'll sit down and stop everything, right? I'll get quiet, turn it all off, take a couple of deep breaths, focus on what I have and what I know. Write that down. Write what I'm grateful for, starting with the small stuff and then expand from there. Simply repeat. This has made a world of difference for my heart right now. Remember, as your heart goes, you go.
Wow, that is really terrific. So this is really fun with a lot of great information. And I do know that a lot of people have benefited from the lockdown, finding, more serenity and values. Yes, we still have the stress, but you are right. Those are things we can't control. So if we do control, and since everything is energy, if more of us can be focused on our hearts and on love and on all the things that you're talking about, then our energy unites and builds. But the fear and the fear mongering breaks us down and tears us apart.
Energy flows where attention goes.
Right.
Just like you said at the beginning. That was so powerful, Dr. Franz.
Thanks. It wasn't mine, so I give credit. But we can all live by it. Doesn't matter who said it, as long as you know it. And just, and on days when you're having a bad day, just try and remember that. Where is my energy flowing? Oh yeah, I don't like that.
Absolutely. So if you're finding yourself in a rut and even very frustrated with, hearing this, but you can't turn it off, you can't stabilize your heart, pick up the phone and call us, text us, shoot us an email. Dr. Franz, how can everybody reach you to set up a virtual consultation?
You can call the office, or you can also just go online and register for a virtual visit. probably calling the office is going to be best, 407-857-8860. And I can see people definitely in 4 states, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and here, because I'm licensed in those states. And then, you know, and through our website, www.thefrancenter.com. How do people reach you?
And I'll post that in the comments too, and I know you will too. And thank you for sharing that. So best way to reach me is we have an office text line that's 407-370-4444. Again, the number is 407-370-4444. You can text that, and you know, one of our associates will get back to you. We answer that live Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And if you don't hear from us, we'll respond to you on the next business day. Our website and acupuncture and Facebook page handle are all under Acupuncture Fit. So acupuncturefit.com, @acupuncturefit, across all social media channels.
And just remember, it's very important. Many of us feel alone right now, but we're not alone. And you have resources. And the insurances are covering a lot of the telehealth visits, not all of them. But I go, what are you worth? I mean, it's worth it. And, you know, having people that know what they're doing and share, and that's why Dr. Koff and I like to do this together, because we're 2 completely sides of a coin, but yet very united in our approach.
Yes, community builds immunity.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah.
So energy flows where attention goes, and community builds immunity. So have a great weekend, and we will see you next time.